When you first formed Pill, you said one of the tenets of it was to be transparent. Do you feel like this is the first time you ever really got to be as transparent about the band as you wanted to be?
No. I've always tried to be as honest as I can, which is what I mean by that word. And I expect my fellow human beings, who I'm sharing anything at all with, to be equally open. Unfortunately, human beings don't really generally function that way. And so I faced a lot of disappointments in life. But be honest, be open, try the best you can. If it doesn't work, well, then you have to move on to other people. Now, that's a shame for me, because a lot of the arguments in Pill were really record company, say, under-finance situations. When you know every band member deserves a certain amount of money a year, in order to function. Record company holding the purse strings, that would be withheld or withdrawn, missing a month, and those permanent agitating situations cause a serious friction.
And they all end up kind of going to you first because you're the creator of the band or the leader of the band.
Hello.
Yeah. And you're only...
Lame number one.
And you can only do so much because then it's the people holding the purse strings, as you said.
I can't make the money suddenly appear, even though it's owed. And that's how that goes. And many other situations like that. Record companies, too, the corporate way of thinking is to spread rumours, right? To get in between band members. Tell one person a slight variation of a theme. And
antithetical to what a record company should be doing, because they make money off of the band performing and being happy.
You would think, but the ultimate ambition, you see, it's driven by accounting. The accountant department, and they don't like your choice of band members. So they slowly but surely erode that and then put in suggestions. And before you know it, it's the Bob Geldof backing band, and good riddance to a career.
You did end up working, not that it was the Bob Geldof backing band in any way, but you did end up working with pretty professional musicians come around time for Pill, right? The album.
Accidentally, of course.
What was that like?
It was for album. I took the band to New York to work with Bill Laswell, the producer, but they were too young and inexperienced, and they couldn't handle the pressure of the studio. And the record company were, again, cutting the purse strings. So we had to act very, very quickly. And Laswell suggested all manner of names, and shock, horror, people like Ginger Baker accepted. Now, I never thought I was in that kind of, league, that people like that would respect me, but they did. And that went into making of really one of my, I think, great records. It's seriously tough, but it was tough to do at the time. I was sad about losing my younger band, very proud about working with people like Ginger Baker and Steve Vai. But then when I decided to present the record to Elektra Records, I omitted to tell them who the band members were, the new lot.
Intentionally?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
For a bit of fun?
And so they presumed it was a bunch of unknowns and sacked me on the spot.
Yeah. And that's the record that birthed Rise, which is one of the band's biggest songs
ever.
And that's a song that, I don't know whether or not it's because it didn't catch on in this way or you've never wanted to sold this way. I don't know why that's not an anthem, in arenas everywhere for sports teams or something. I mean, it shouldn't be. That would kind of ruin the song a little bit, but I could see it sort of being that. It's an incredible, epic song.
Why, thank you very much, but I don't know who manipulates chart positions. I know they're no one I want to know, but I do know they are manipulated. And yes, there are many, many bands out there that make absolutely fantastic anthemic type music, accidentally or deliberately, but they're absolutely pushed by the wayside because that's not what that corporate label's accounting department wants to fully invest in. Now, we're back to album, for instance. Elektra opted to put all of their money into Metallica. All right? So bye-bye Pill.
Right. And was that when the big Metallica album came out, the one that sort of separated?
Yeah. And I mean, that's a pretty dismal way of viewing it. There should be room for all of us in this, but no. They wanted to make a real big push to make that band make a lot of money for them. So in no way am I resentful to Metallica. They're damn fine people, but I wonder if they're aware of, just how used they have been there. They must be. I mean, they all live in very big houses.
That's what I'm saying. I'm sure they're like, yeah, we were used, but come on, it's okay. I'm curious. In the documentary, you have Thurston Moore, you have Flea, who auditioned for the band at one time, and I think is a friend.
Yeah.
And you have a Beastie Boy as well. Forgive me for forgetting his name.
Yeah, Adam Horowitz.
Adam Horowitz. Sorry, I didn't want to say Yuck. That's why I didn't say his name. It's Adam Horowitz. Do you know, or have you known over the years, how influential Pill was?
No.
When did it occur? Did it ever occur to you that they were wildly influential?
I stopped reading reviews in music papers way early on because the negativity was like, well, it wears you down eventually. Doesn't matter how strong-willed you are. It eventually will have a really destructive, soul-destroying attitude upon you. It's like a dark cloud.
How was Flowers?
And so you stop reading it, and then you lose touch with anything that's good. Also, so you're kind of in the doldrums about it. It's the way I had to function there for quite some time.
How was Flowers of Romance reviewed when it came out?
Well, the record company didn't want to release it, did they? And so there you go again. So I had to find a way around that, and so I had it released in Japan first, where it just went straight up to the top 4. Yeah. The same with Love Song, the single. There you go, a hit single in Germany. Virgin in England wouldn't release it, etc., etc. So it's like I had to almost, break contract, prove it would sell, before they would actually have to release it. Because what kind of court case would it be to say, oh no, we told them it wouldn't sell and it has?